Welcome back to another episode of Sailing SV CUBA.
Yeah, oh, man. They're right here.
Captain Beep Beep, are you ready?
I'm going in.
He's going in.
If you watched our previous episode, you know that these dolphins and I go way back. First, the mother did not accept me coming close with my long fins. She and her calves stayed around our boat nonetheless. Now that I ditched my fins, she finally accepted me. Of course, their presence drew a whole lot of attention to our boat, and soon half of the Anchorage came to pay a visit.
That's it, no more YouTube channel. We're gonna do dolphin tours from now on. Wild dolphins.
We have a couple of dolphins here that we've been playing around the boat for a couple of days now, and they're just staying here and they have no fear of anyone. They're just enjoying around the people, and there's a baby there just playing all the time. Look at this. How's it going with the dolphin tour, Sarah?
You're like this close to them and they just love it. Oh. People seem to realize that the dolphins like our boat. They've been doing circles now for 20 minutes. I was telling everyone that we had dolphins under the boat in the Mediterranean all the time, and pilot whales. The baby and the mother, I could have touched them. They were just in front of me right there. Oh, and they didn't go, they kept coming back and doing circles. That's it.
Oh, they're there still, they're playing still.
They're playing. Now they're playing with the dog.
Oh wow, woo!
They're having a lot of fun.
So awesome. I've never experienced anything like this. But you gotta say, when you see them from the top, they look smaller, and then in the water, they're so big. Oh! So brave! You're so brave! There you are! There you are!
I love it!
These guys are doing the Tony path with us tomorrow, so we're leaving very early in the morning, though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but you captain, you should know that.
But we haven't confirmed yet. So Conception Island is supposed to be amazing. Really nice snorkeling there, and it's an uninhabited island. And then in San Salvador it will be the last stop for us before we do the long passage to San Martin, which will probably be more than a week. I'm hoping for just a week, but
Are you think like 6 days or more than 6
I think 7 to 8. Because
I was
yeah,
hoping
so we got to pick up some food.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some more food.
Into the wild again. Tell me, when does it end? Hide under the shadow of the morning. Into the break of dawn. We are gonna carry on. Covered by the daylight. It's alright. We are pushing head on. All your worries be gone. We are running straight out into the wild. Follow
hey guys! Today we will be taking down our sails and we're gonna be bringing them to town to measure them. Now, if you've been following us for a while, you know that we had plenty of issues with our sails. They are almost as old as the boat. They're not the greatest anymore and they've been ripping. I had to restitch them probably a dozen times.
when we were crossing the Atlantic as well, here in the Caribbean, I don't know, in the Med as well, because man, they're too old. It's like sailing with a kitchen cloth. Yeah, there's a bulge in the middle of the main, and when you try to furl her in, it gets jammed.
You have to have the perfect tension to bring it in, to furl it into the mast, because we got in-mast furling, so it doesn't get stuck.
So because they have a lot of quirks, we have to mark the halyard just to make sure that when we bring them up again, after we measure them in town, that we put the right tension. What I'm doing now, I'm just putting a marker here in the halyard so I know when I bring him up that was the tension that he had before.
Actually, a few months ago, we already thought that's it with our main. It got stuck so many times halfway in and halfway out that we almost gave up. And then we spent 2 days tweaking all the lines, and we basically made it work again, but it's not the optimal.
Tweaking all the line means I went up the mast 7 times in a day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was really bad, man. Because it used to get stuck, and then I used to come down again, and then I tweak it, and then, oh man, that was horrible.
So actually, all of our kitchen knives, all the butter knives, they're all kinked on the top. Because we probably used all of them to get the sail out of the groove. It gets like folded up in the little groove in the furling. So Annika used them to squish the sail back in, and then I kind of coerced it in and out. And yes, Annika said without cutting the sail. So we used the blunt knives that we have, and now they're blunt and they're like all like wobbly on the top. People come to visit and they're like, what happened to all of your kitchen knives?
This is the halyard for the main, so I'm just putting a marker here before the jammer. I mean, for the Genoa, it's not really a big deal because it's not inside the mast. But for the main, yeah.
Welcome to our lives, guys. We got everything set up to take the sails down, and now the wind picked up.
The sky was very clean this morning and there was no wind, and that's just building up right in front of us, and it's picking up.
Guys, you see this line? You hear it? Tick, 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 tick. That's our indicator that the wind's picked up. Now, it was predicted to be super calm today, but I would say it's between 16 and 19 knots now, gusting. I guess we have to wait a little bit. There is some weather passing, so I would say hopefully in the afternoon it's gonna be calm again. But yeah, this is just what happens.
In the end, we decided to postpone our departure by another day, because measuring our sails was more important. Though we have fixed them over and over, by now they had become so bad that it is no longer safe for us to cross oceans. Without our sails, just like without our amazing community and Patreon family, this journey simply wouldn't be possible. That's why we want to thank a very special someone. You know who you are, who decided to send us a new set of sails so we can continue sailing and finally cross the Pacific Ocean. We are eternally grateful for everything that you're doing for us.
Oh, let's drop it in the sand.
Okay, let me get the other one.
People so sweet here. Hey, good morning. Once again, one of the most random mornings. Morning. Oh. Wow.
Oh man, this is perfect.
The place is not big enough.
No man, it's too small.
Since the regatta hall was too small, we went to the town stage instead. But this place also didn't work out.
That's cruising around the world for you. One day you're sailing, the next day you're cleaning a random pitch. So after brooming half of the dance floor, Enrique deemed the place still too dirty. So now we're back to in the initial plan of laying the sails out on the grass, which is just less dusty.
We were just cruising by and we're like, SV Cuba?
Just as we furled in our main, we heard some familiar voices. Welcome surprise, our friends Bob and Angie, who we hadn't seen in a year, spotted us in the Anchorage and stopped to say hi.
This is Angie's CUBA gear. So when they drop the anchor, they want to see if the anchor is set. They just took a bucket from Home Depot and then just put 4200 with some sort of acrylic inside it.
Let me see through it.
So she's lending it to me. I'm gonna go catch some lobster later on. Scuba diving. I'm gonna go scuba diving.
That's smart.
She holds it down. I've tried to push her head down. She won't.
Oh,
do it.
stop it.
Oh, you caught me. Oh my gosh. Gosh,
Take
it's
care,
a
have a
treat
good
to see
time.
you.
No,
Same
thank
for
you.
us.
And if you
Same
need
for us.
if you
It's
need
so
anything,
nice.
holler. I'm happy to come over and help.
The afternoon now, and we were finally taking the Genoa up. It's been a long day in the sun, but we are nearing the end, and soon we're gonna have the sails up again because we always feel a little vulnerable when we don't have sails. We feel a bit naked without sails. Yes. We actually came back to CUBA after we measured the sails, and we both looked at her thinking, she looks naked. Yes, that's what it is. We have just left our Anchorage here in Georgetown, and today we will be sailing to Conception Island, which is about 40 nautical miles away. This is the plan so far, guys, I'm telling you now, because it's gonna be very fair today. We set off at 7 a.m. and we're planning to make it to Conception before nightfall, but if the conditions out on the open are too calm, we might do a stop for the day. And Nick and I are actually super excited to be on the move again. We like it here in Georgetown, but we love moving around. We love seeing a new place pretty much every day. So now we spent a couple of weeks on and off here in Georgetown, and yeah, we got an itchy feet. So now we're out on the water again, and that feels the right thing to do. We gotta move. I want to see somewhere new, and we really wanted to see Conception Island. So much for morning exercise. Usually I need a coffee or the Genoa to wake up.
Maybe.